breaking her own records now. Caitlin Clark is without a doubt having her best season as a pro, and she's on pace to make even more history. But you just gotta hear some of these crazy numbers. Let's start with the one that just makes no sense. There have been 120 20-point 10-assist games in WNBA history, right? CC has 19 of them in less than 3 seasons. She even has more than every other franchise except her own, of course. She has.
Yo, that's such an insane stat line. That's such an insane stat line. And she has more 20-point 10-assist games than every other organization in the WNBA in the history, in their organization history, their team history. Caitlin Clark has more 20-point 10-assist games. Man, like I'm not even. I think the new word the kids are using these days is glazing. This is not glazing. This is just respecting greatness. And unfortunately, it comes in a time where a lot of people want to doubt or not acknowledge her greatness for whatever reason. But this is greatness, people. Like, it just is what it is. It is what it is.
9 20-point 10-assist games this season alone, the most by any player. Whose record did she beat? Her own from 2024. She became the fastest player in history to reach a combined 1,500 total career points and 500 assists. Caitlin's the only player in history to average at least 20 and 8 in a single month, and she's done it 5 times already. And she's on.
She might do it for the whole season. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Well, it's not really a limb. They got 10 games left. She's gonna finish the season averaging 20 and 8. The first player in WNBA history who would do so. But yeah, all right. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say to the people that doubt what she's doing, what she's the products that she's putting on the floor, the numbers that she's producing, and she's winning at that.
Track to be the first to average 20 and 8 in a single season. Oh, and the Fever have been winning. They're now first in the East and 4th overall. They've won 7 of their last 9 games, winning by an average of 14 points per game. In the first game of that streak, CC had the game of her life. 45 points, 10 dimes, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. First in W history with 40 and 10 in a game. Put it this way, only 4 NBA players have notched a stat line like that in a single game. She's 3rd in scoring. She's tied for 1st in assists. So we'll see.
Well, right now, at the time I'm making this video, she's 1st in assists. So
CC catch Asia Wilson for MVP frontrunner and help the Fever make a finals run. Let me know.
Let me know what you think. Caitlin Clark for MVP is real. I think it's real. I think they have to respect what she's doing on the court. They haven't seen what she has been doing on the court. It's real. It's real. Ladies and gentlemen, there's multiple things we have to get into. First things first, Caitlin Clark is officially on a major MVP run. We have officially made it to the point of the season where every game counts in this MVP race. If she keeps producing, if she keeps winning, we have to have major conversations about what this MVP race actually looks like. The things she has been doing over the past 5 to 10 games, whether that's scoring, whether that's playmaking, whether that's controlling the offense, and most importantly, she's winning. She's winning. There are 10 games over 500 right now. I believe the last time that happened, I seen a stat where the last time the Indiana Fever was 10 games over 500, they ended up winning the championship that year. And listen, we got a major stat line or a major talking point from the head coach the other night. For the first time that I've seen, she seems like she has released the offense over to Caitlin Clark, and she stated, matter of fact, I'll let you hear it for yourself.
She has a really good sense of understanding, particularly with Kelsey and AB, of where they're going to be, of when they're going to release, and how to get them the ball. And that keeps teams honest. But she's like a maestro. I mean, the way that she really runs our offense. I think when we're at our best, she is instructing. She is running it. Much like a show. And it's tough it's tough to match up with us when she's commanding the floor like that.
Listen, I don't think I ever heard Stephanie White talk about Caitlin Clark like that in terms of her running the offense and running the show. I can't remember. If she has spoken of Caitlin Clark like that as far as basically giving her the keys, I don't remember. I haven't heard it. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, do I believe it? That's another story. But at least for now, we see that Caitlin Clark is given the keys, or she's quote unquote supposed to have the keys to the offense. And if that happens, the fans of Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, that's what we've been preaching for the past 2 years, especially this year. And this is the type of performances that you're gonna get when Caitlin Clark has the keys to the show. She will give you monster performances like 45 and 10. She will give you triple doubles. Like she did a couple games ago. She gonna give you double doubles, and she gonna get other people involved. She's the #1 scoring engine in the league, maybe in the history of the league. Well, it's not maybe. She is in the history of the league. She's the first player, men's or women, to reach 700 assists, the quickest to reach 700 assists. The Caitlin Clark we are seeing right now is MVP level Caitlin Clark, and it will only get better. It will only get better. She will only get more people involved. With that being said, in a couple hours, we play Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream. Listen, this is not a rivalry. It's nothing against Angel Reese, but right now, this game today, this is not that. We need to win this game for our standings, for our seeding, so we can get home court advantage in the first round. That's what this game about. This is not a rivalry game. This isn't the Page versus Caitlin Clark. This is um, it's just Indiana versus the Dream. Now, I know the two faces of the team, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I get it. You got to market the game like that. But going into the game, Caitlin Clark shouldn't be worried about that matchup. We need to worry about winning. Caitlin Clark needs to put up another double-double. Because in all reality, even though we know that she is deserving of serious MVP conversations, we know how this league operates. We know this probably almost impossible for her, at least this year, for them to actually give her credit. But hey, if Caitlin Clark can force it, she can force it. If she can end the season to get nothing but double doubles and triple doubles, hey, they can't hold you out that room too long. They can't hold you out that room too long. But as far as the Indiana versus the Atlanta Dream, listen, Atlanta Dream has a good defense. They has good perimeter guards, whether it's Alicia Gray, Canada, or Ryan Howard. So I don't know if you noticed, but for me, I feel like teams with good guard play always gives us some trouble. Atlanta already beat us twice this year. The series is 2-1, so we need to get this win to even the series up and to increase or give us a better chance of catching the Aces, who are in the #3 seed. I think one of the main things we have to look for in this game to keep our offensive momentum up is we got to see how they play Caitlin Clark. Are they gonna play her straight up? Are they gonna blitz her? Are they gonna switch? If they were smart, they'll switch it up. But that's why I think it's so important that Caitlin Clark plays the full first quarter, if not maybe 9 minutes of the first quarter, because she has to get a feel for the game. She has to get rhythm. She has to see how the game is being played. That way, by the second, third, fourth quarter, she'll know what's going on. She'll know how to attack the defense. And as we've seen this year, Caitlin Clark has been attacking the defense on all 3 levels, whether it's 3-point shooting, whether it's the midi, or whether it's driving to the hole and making the layup or getting to the free throw line. She's playing at an all WNBA MVP level right now, even stuff that I haven't seen before. And so we need to keep this momentum going. We need to keep this momentum going. We need to try to get our offense running and gunning early. It is an away game, so we'll see how they come out playing, if they have the energy. I think they had one game in between. One game in between the last game of playing Dallas. So we'll see how they come out. But that's one thing I would definitely take a note of is how they playing Caitlin Clark. Second thing I worry about, we have to win the possession battle against the Dream. We cannot play 20 seconds, 22 seconds of good defense, have them throw up a bad shot just to give them the offensive rebound. Now, we know Angel Reese, one thing she is good for is she is good at getting rebounds. Seriously, she's good at getting rebounds. So we have to win the possession battle. We can't give up double digits offensive rebounds. We cannot do it. Atlanta's a big team. They got Okot, they got Jones, who I don't think is playing, and they got Reese. They got some big players, all right, which probably give us trouble, but we cannot give up all these offensive rebounds. It will hurt us. We will lose games, especially in the playoffs. It will hurt us. We will lose games. So Aaliyah Boston, Michaela Timsick, y'all need to come up big for us today with the rebounding. We have to win the rebounding or keep it even. We cannot get blitz and out rebounded by double digits because we will not win this game. We will not win this game. if that happens. What I personally will look for towards this game is when we play teams with good guard play, I don't think we should give them a break. I don't think we should take it easy on them. I think we need to play heavy pick and roll action with Boston and Clark. We have to make their guards guard. Like Ryan is a good defender, but she's been going up and down in slumps. We can't give her a break on defense. We need to put them in a lot of pick and roll action, make them use their energy, maybe get them into foul trouble, and who knows, maybe it throws off their offensive game. All right, we don't need to let them muck up this game. All right, we need to play our game, which is running gun, and then we need to get stops when it matters the most. We need to get stops when it matters the most. But I will go heavy pick and roll this game with Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, and we'll see how they defend it. So my 3 most important factors to this game is Caitlin Clark needs to stay aggressive. We need to win the possession battle. And thirdly, Clark and Boston need to be heavy in the action on offense, whether it's pick and roll, whether it's Boston picking and spotting to the 3-point line. Whatever that action is, they need to run a lot of it, make their guards guard. We'll see if we can get them in foul trouble. And I think we should win this game. I think we should win this game. I think we need to win this game. And hopefully Caitlin Clark, as far as my personal bias, hope she has another monster game, another double-double. That way we can really put the heat on the WNBA media into making them talk about Caitlin Clark as a serious MVP candidate. But we know how this league is. So we'll see where it goes. My 3 key factors to the game. Caitlin Clark, number 1, needs to stay aggressive. She needs to stay aggressive on offense. Figure out how they defend you. Figure out how you go get yourself and your teammates involved. Figure out how you're going to attack this team pretty much periodically throughout the game. The second key factor, we have to win the possession battle. We cannot let Angel Reese and the other centers just completely kill us on the offensive board. We cannot let that happen. We will not win this game if they beat us by double digits on the offensive board. We cannot play 20 seconds of good defense just for them to throw up a bad shot, just for them to get the ball back. All right? You have to limit the second chance points. The third key factor is I think Aaliyah Boston needs to be heavy in this game involved as far as her and Caitlin Clark in a 2-man action because of Kelsey Mitchell and how hot she's been lately. And I agree. Kelsey Mitchell is hot, and she's hot. But I think in this particular game, we need to go back to the 2-man game, get their guards, get Angel Reese involved in a lot of action. Maybe they get tired. Maybe they get in foul trouble. So I will play a lot of Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark 2-man action this game. Them are my 3 key factors to us winning this game today. We're going to get up out of here today. I'm Jay Williams. This is Jay Williams Sports. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate it. Peace.